what I found. Saw you needed an elytra. Don't hurt yourself. Ah! Alright, well, I'm gonna have to make part of this episode about me trying to use an elytra and hopefully not hurting myself. Time to climb to my tallest tower, trademark, and see what happens. Well, I built a tallest tower not realizing I was going to be able to jump off it. Oh, that's funny. I forgot to put my wings on. That would have ended in what we can all agree is a total disaster. Alright, I don't think I made a way to get out of my tallest tower, so maybe we'll do some retrofitting now that I have wings. I see people taking off from the ground all the time, but I don't really know what I'm doing, and I didn't read any directions before I came up here to do this, so I'm winging it, which is a funny pun. It's a great pun. It's even, could we say it's a great pun? It's a good pun. It's a fine pun. All right, let's make a door. All right. I don't have a fear of heights in real life, but in real life I don't jump out of towers. So do I just jump and then I'm gonna glide? No. There must be some button that is involved in this activity. Okay, maybe it's... No, that's not it. Huh, interesting. I've made that part of this tower not very convenient. Okay, so let's see. If I were the makers of the Minecraft game and I wanted your wings to work, would I make you right click or left click? I think what I did there, just out of pure random instinct, was right click. So let's try left clicking. Nope, that ain't it. Okay, we're going to take a brief interlude to Google how to do this, and I'll be right back. The answer is the jump button, which I guess makes intuitive sense if you think about it. Oh, I think I might have had it there. So, little personal background. I am really bad at video games where movement is a relevant part of what you do. So, like, I don't know, I enjoyed Super Mario, but that was like the most skill-based video game I ever was any good at. Like, anything where there's fighting, I'm a smash the hit button and hope for the best kind of girly. Okay, so then jump and then hit the, maybe I hold it? Was I gliding? I don't feel like I was gliding. I feel like, if anything, I was just falling with style. Why is there a hole in my house? Did I leave a hole in my house? Doesn't really seem like the sort of thing I would do. Oh, it was probably a moss block and an enderman moved it. I haven't noticed any enderman grieving on this server at all. I kind of assumed it was turned off, but maybe I was wrong. Alright, where's the jump button? Okay, I definitely know what the jump button is. The jump button is a space bar. Maybe it's a double jump? Man. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'm flying! Oh, there's an enderman! What in the heck is going on? Okay, and people do that and use rockets at the same time? You've got to be kidding me. This is a level of coordination I question whether I'm going to be able to obtain. Okay, maybe you don't have to hold it down, so there's something with the rockets that you're doing at the same time. Let's try this again. Hopefully I won't, get run over by an enderman. Girl can dream. Man, this is a lot more fun than what I was doing at work all day today. I was not flying out of a castle. Let's just put it that way. Spreadsheets were involved. Ugh. It's not that I hate spreadsheets. It's that I hate, this particular spreadsheet. Okay, so yeah, you keep interesting. Okay, so double jump. Woo! All right, let's see. I'm doing it! Yay! Oops! Okay. Well, landing is an art form that I will have to work on. But in the meantime, thank you so much. Really appreciate the wings. And I can't wait to use them as I get better at flying. That's going to be super fun. Thank you. We had a little problem with my zombie disappearing again. So here we are, doing what we always end up doing, which is being followed by an absolute squad of armadillos. Come on. I'm rolling about 20 armadillos deep. Just need a couple more. And then we'll put them back in their home, which will be great. We'll get a zombie. And this time I'm going to put the zombie in a boat, because I think my zombie despawned somehow. Anyway. Oh, I'm going to bed and I'm absolutely covered in armadillos. It's a cozy night's sleep when you're embraced by armadillos on all sides. What can I say? Okay, something exciting has happened, which is that one of the new members on the server wants me to build a castle for him, which is very exciting. So he saw my castle and he said, I like a nice little small castle, nice and spacious, red roofs, just like this. So we are going to go figure out where these coordinates are and build him a castle, which is so fun. So I know where we're going. Let's see, what should I bring? I've got something to eat. I've got a boat. I'm wearing some cheap armor. I like to use moss as a building material, which is a totally weird thing. So, I don't know if it's a totally weird thing. I don't know. I don't see a lot of players doing it. But I do it because it instant breaks and it's really cheap because I've got a farm for it. So, yeah. I just thought of something else I was supposed to bring. What was that thing? Come on, brain. Brain harder, brain. Oh, yes, a bed, because it's kind of far away. So I think I might want to set a spawn point over there. Why can't I find an extra bed? That would be a real problem if I hadn't just invested in a wool farm. Check this out. Oh my gosh, I followed a tutorial for Ian Exofor's cheap wool farm, and look at this thing. It's like it's some dirt and some leaves, a bucket of water. I think there's 2 pistons. It's insane. Look at this insanity. It works with a completely different set of mechanics than any other wool farm I've ever seen or built, and it is bananas. So I think it's so interesting the way a couple of people who are Minecraft creators' brains work just completely differently. Like, everybody else zigs and they zag, and you're like, wow, that mechanic that seemed completely useless actually does something that just makes something amazing and different. Like a lot of now that I've built some number of farms, I feel like I'm starting to see some real trends. Like there are techniques that build on each other that seem related, like a family. You could sort of trace the evolution from one mechanic to the next in a related system. And then every once in a while you see someone like this creator, ENXO4, and you're like, wow. Yeah. That's just really different than the way other people do things. And I think that's really neat. I am being chased by a skeleton and I don't like it at all. I think I'm going the right way. Oh dear. Okay, so what I'm actually doing is spinning in a circle. Okay. Okay, I think I'm here. Can I sneak? Aha, yes, okay. Interesting. Good way to keep piglins in, I guess. Kind of here-ish. Hi! Eventually, I figured out where we were supposed to be building, and Ketch has all of these lovely materials set out in organized, color-coded shulkers, cake for a hungry builder to eat, an ender chest. Very thoughtful. I have never paid someone to build for me before, but if I ever do, I have to remember this setup because I felt very welcome and at home and ready to get to building. So I'm wandering around now looking at the layout, and I see that there is a sort of nose shape, very mysterious. I do have a reference photo, but apparently I haven't watched Lord of the Rings in too long because I didn't recognize it. Look at all this good stuff. We've got deep slate and all kinds of stone. All right, I know that Ketch wants this to be deep slate, so I guess it's time to get to work. I'm gonna outline everything with moss a little bit so that I get a feel for how big this should be in the space, and maybe run it by Ketch if he's around when I'm done with the moss part. That's about the right shape. I think it's time to start building. First, let's take care of these phantoms because nothing ruins a good build like death by phantom. So if you wouldn't mind just dying. Yes, thank you. That's great. Super. Okay. I'm coming to learn that in every castle there's a phase when the castle really looks, yeah. Oops. So the server is down this evening, so I've been very productive and I've finished this segment. So I'm going to sign off from earlier because hashtag I'm not in the server. And that's the end of this week's episode. So I hope you all have a great night. Bye bye.